Miss Stubborn and the Unicorn. Little Miss Stubborn is, as you might imagine, the most stubborn person in the world. She is as stubborn as a mule. She's as stubborn as a herd of mules. Once she had made her mind up about something, then there's no changing it. For example, last week she decided to go on a picnic. The weather forecast said it was going to rain, and all her friends said it was going to rain. It was raining when she was set off for her picnic. It rained on her picnic, but she was so stubborn that she did not even take an umbrella with her. The day after her soggy picnic, a very excited little Miss Chatterbox telephoned. "You'll never guess who I spoke to this morning," exclaimed little Miss Chatterbox. "I was walking through the woods, the one down the river, when I saw the most extraordinary sight. You'll never guess what it was. It was so exciting, I hardly know how to tell you. You just won't believe it. But it was true. I saw it with my very own 2 eyes. It was incredible. I met a unicorn." Little Miss Chatterbox can't take rather a long time to say what she wants to say. "Nonsense," snorted Little Miss Stubborn. "Unicorns don't exist." "But," began Little Miss Chatterbox. "I don't believe you," interrupted Little Miss Stubborn as she hung up. The next day, Little Miss Stubborn met Mr. Bump, a very excited Mr. Bump. "You'll never guess what I bumped into this morning." "I bumped into a unicorn," he announced proudly. "Nonsense," snapped Little Miss Stubborn. "Unicorns don't exist." "But," began Mr. Bump. "But nothing. I don't believe you," said Little Miss Stubborn as she walked away. She passed Little Miss Sunshine, who was in her garden. "If only you had been here half an hour earlier," called Little Miss Sunshine. "There was a unicorn in my garden, and I rode it on its back." "Nonsense!" exclaimed Little Miss Stubborn. "Unicorns don't exist." "But," began Little Miss Sunshine. "No buts. I don't believe you," interrupted Little Miss Stubborn. And so it carried on. It seems that everyone had seen a unicorn, but Mr. Tickle had tickled a unicorn. Little Miss Greedy had fed a unicorn. And Mr. Muddle declared that he has seen a unicycle, although, of course, he meant to say a unicorn. And would Little Miss Stubborn believe any of her friends? Of course not! Not for a moment. Little Miss Stubborn turned down the lane, although a gate into our garden, and there, clear as day, helping itself to an apple from her apple tree, was a unicorn. Oh. "Hello," said the unicorn. "I have been told that you do not believe in unicorns." "That is right," said Little Miss Stubborn. "Unicorns do not exist." "So what am I?" asked the unicorn. "You," said Little Miss Stubborn, walking up to the unicorn. "You are a horse," with which Little Miss Stubborn reached up and grabbed the horn on Unicorn's head. But to Little Miss Stubborn, a great surprise, the horn was real. The unicorn really was a unicorn. "Well," said the unicorn, "what do you have to say now?" Little Miss Stubborn screwed up her face and crossed her arms. I don't believe in unicorns, she said, and stamped her foot, stubborn to the very end. If you like this book, comment down below and make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.